first and foremost to the Tuggle family, Mrs. Jean, Mr. Tuggle, Will, Mary, Sashka, and Vera. We are all in pain. But we cannot imagine what you have gone through and the pain you have felt over these last years. I'm here representing hundreds of friends and colleagues who have asked me to pass on their love, support, prayers, and deepest condolences to your entire family for this world's loss of Ty. To Xander and baby Mila in there, very few of us can ever know what you have felt and what you will feel in the coming days and years. There isn't anyone in this world who will ever replace your dad. But we're here to let you know that behind your amazing family, you have all of us here in this room, many, many others who couldn't be here to back up your family and be there for you throughout your life, thanks to the legacy that your dad has built, always for you both. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Raj, and I graduated Yale Medical School with Ty. Unlike Ty, who was brave, stoic, tenacious in moments like these, I've been known to sob uncontrollably, so please do bear with me. Ty was a private person, self-controlled, incredibly thoughtful in everything that he did. He didn't want us to concentrate on his diagnosis because he had so much more to yet to give in the time that he had left. One final lesson that Ty taught me as he faced his own mortality was that he didn't care that he was dying. He was focused on living and maximizing every day that he had left. I will do my very best today to be brave for you like our hero was for all of us. I had the incredible good fortune to match into plastic surgery residency with him right back at Yale, where we spent 6 very intimate, long years idolizing and learning from our surgeon mentors. We grew into men, becoming husbands and fathers before leaving New Haven. I'm here representing hundreds who loved Ty throughout his professional journey as he was developing into what would surely be an internationally renowned hand surgeon. The following words and remembrances are a coalescence of memories, writings, and thoughts from those of us who knew and loved Ty at work. A difference, to be a difference, must make a difference. This is a beloved quote from Dr. Stephen Arian, one of our prior chiefs of plastic surgery at Yale and a master educator. Ty made a difference. In his personal letter to Ty's family that we passed on today, Dr. Arian notes that when Ty told him of the diagnosis, it took him aback. He shared some sentiments that most of us relate to. Quote, "There was so much I wanted to say to him, but I found it hard to talk. Our relationship dates back more than a decade, since he was a medical student. I watched him grow from an ardent student to a maturing resident, and then an accomplished surgeon. All along, he did this with great grace and equanimity. He was a true Southern gentleman." For many of us, his closest friends, we saw him develop into a professional of the highest order, into a husband and father, maintaining a fierce loyalty and never losing sight of his impeccable moral compass and love of family. In the words of Dr. John Persing, Ty was a serious man. Dr. John Persing was the chief of plastic surgery who recruited us and accepted us into his training program. Dr. Persing's letter to Ty, also delivered a bit earlier today, notes that Ty was a serious man. Quote, "He was an inherent academic who argued that the result of analysis should not be limited to one person's outcome, but recommendations for improvement should be broadened, generalized, and applied to helping many." Dr. Persing highlighted the softening of this serious man, noting, quote, "At the conclusion of an intense academic discussion, there would be a gentle smirk that could be seen in his face, then a broader smile, and I would say often a joke, which indicated that he had made his point and was ready to move on. This became a charming trait to even his most ardent debating critic. As Ty's co-resident, we were brothers in arms, bonded on the front lines of our medical and surgical training. From our time as medical students with a match and trained together, we experienced many of life's ups and downs, the sacrifices it takes and the incredible camaraderie that's developed in the trenches of our surgical training. Our resident teams are led by senior most residents who get the title of chief resident, an honor, quote unquote, of leadership that is often equated to herding cats, so not that great. The resident to chief relationship is most intimate in our training program when we are 4th year residents. Our chief residents were, when we were fours, were Dr. Anu Patel and Dr. James Clune. Ty was Superman. As Dr. Anu Patel, who's here along with many of our residents and some of our faculty, will tell you, quote, Ty was Superman. He would come into the gym, comb over, tie, pressed white shirt and khakis, and those black rimmed glasses, Clark Kent style. Somehow, a gym without a sauna would become steamy, and then would walk out this all-American UGA swimmer in a tank top and shorts. Quote, I got to witness, not participate in his workouts. The man was doing some crazy stuff. Take martial arts, boxing, powerlifting, combine it all together, and you had a Tuggle workout. Even the ortho bros knew this guy was a machine. In our world, that's quite a compliment. Superman Ty chose to become a plastic surgeon. Quote, Ty was paired with Raj. They took care of each other. These guys were brothers. They were our brothers. They took care of us and the service. They allowed others to operate pager-free and forget the mundane aspects of the service. They never got tired. Ty and I would seriously debate that point. There are many a picture of us sleeping. Quote, aside from his great looks, Ty was a prolific researcher and incredible surgeon. Using NISQIP and Medicare databases, he determined how patient volumes at hospitals affected patient outcomes. Technically, he was gifted with a scalpel. His laser focus enabled him to wield the blade in the OR and deliver functionally changing procedures, especially witnessed when he developed his hand surgery practice as an attending at LSU. Superman Ty's true talent was teaching. He taught so many of us, medical students and surgical residents, how to get to the next level. His relentless work ethic led by example. His humility, self-deprecation, voracious appetite for knowledge, and constant focus on improving his surgical results, always focused on his patient outcomes and their stories, was inspiring for us all. Whenever he presented his incredible results, he remained humble, shared credit, and was constructively self-critical. Pillars of any legendary surgeon.
I don't have any disclosures, but I do have a pretty big disclaimer. I've had the benefit of training under these gentlemen, and each of them imparted on me, knowledge that has proved most useful throughout the early portion of my career. Dr. Persing really always emphasized having multiple plans going into the operating room, and he really wasn't satisfied with his residents unless they could delineate out a plan A, B, and C at the beginning of a case. Dr. Thompson introduced me to the intricate, delicate, and fascinating anatomy of the hand. He also taught me the value of sharp dissection for minimizing inflammation and optimizing motion postoperatively in hand and upper extremity surgery. Dr. Steinbacher, in the bottom left, definitely drove home the importance of technical execution. He also taught me who Hunsuck, Dalpont, and Obergazer were. And then Dr. Arian, even though he said he couldn't teach it, I feel like he could. He emphasized and really brought home the value and importance of common sense in all that we do, both in the operating room and in the clinic. So with that said, if you're looking for sage advice, you will not find it from me. Please seek it out from those who have imparted knowledge onto me. And most of what I'll be talking about today, if any of it comes across as sage, I'm really just being a mouthpiece of those who've trained me. So thank you to all of my mentors.
The rest of this incredible tour de force visiting professor lecture can be found online, thanks to Dr. Arian, Dr. Shaw, and the Yale Surgical Video Repository. It is a must-watch and a wonderful video recording of Ty in his own words describing what he loved most. In honor of Ty, Dr. Mark Walker, a fellow Christian Brothers High School grad, co-resident, and also a wonderful hand surgeon, as the current chief resident at Yale, Dr. Carolyn Trang, to name this morning's clinical rounds, the Tuggle rounds, in honor of Superman Ty's tireless focus on excellence, teaching, and patient care. A naming honor that will live on for Saturday morning hospital rounds from here on out. Xander and baby Mila, Superman is real. Your dad, our Ty, was our Superman. Flying around New Haven, helping those in need, he was especially focused on his family and his friends. Your dad was a humble man, an amazing father, an incredible surgeon, and the best friend anyone could ever hope to have. Xander and Mila, when your days are hard and forever you will ever need, we are here to tell you that Superman Ty built us as his army for you. Your dad was our extended family, and we are all your extended uncles and aunts. We will be here for you anytime, anywhere, whenever you need us, to help you remember your dad, help you with your homework, share a laugh, share a cry, be there to celebrate your milestones. Ty built us for you. And we'll be there for anything you and anything you'll ever need. Ty, we love you. Online and in the many testimonials and posts that have come in from family, friends, and his patients, Superman Ty's true legacy is on display. There's so much more to Ty than can be encapsulated here today, certainly by me. And as Dr. Persing writes, remember him for his devotion to family, his prodigious professional and clinical skills, achievements, his continued effort to turn the world into a better place than when he found it. He had a ready smile, held discussions about the ironies of life, was self-deprecating, and enjoyed making us laugh. Ty's legacy lives in all of us who will tell his stories of love, care, compassion, generous, fiercely loyal friendship, and will last well beyond today and this difficult moment. It will live on in all the pictures of him with his goofy poses, the shoveled hair, finger in his nose, sometimes, I apologize, flipping the bird, flipping up the peace sign, and in that smile that will light up the entire world around him. In that unmistakable, hearty laugh of pure joy that I hear in my head every day since I learned that our brother passed away. Ty, we love and admire you. We missed you so much. Rest easy, our brother.